And welcome everyone to the Book Ticket, the movie podcast for the CBC channel. Google us, you'll find us anywhere and everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitch, where we are currently live right now. You can follow us on Twitter at Mitch692, and of course Halftime Joe, because he's always here, he never leaves, just like myself.
Omnipresent.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a nice little, fairly decent show. Fairly little. The August drought has not affected us this week, thank God. But jump right into it. Last year, or 2015, I think it was. It was a couple of years back. 2015, we found out Dwayne Johnson was attached to a big Trouble in Little China remake. We've heard nothing about it since then, until this week, where we have found out it's not actually a remake. It is, in fact, a sequel. Because finally, some big Hollywood studio has realized you can't remake every old classic movie because it's just not the same.
Exactly. I mean, it's also The Rock. So now it's like,
Hmm?
I wonder, when is there a time kind of like idea
Well,
of when it was coming out?
this, I don't think so. I think they're still just working on the script.
All right.
I
Well, I
don't know
mean,
when. I don't think there's any date on the production yet.
well, I'm one of those people that didn't necessarily grow up with this, so I don't like. I've seen Big Trouble in Little China. It's fine. I don't know. I'm not one of those people that grew up with this, so it's like, to me, this is like, all right, well, The Rock's gonna be in a movie,
Yeah.
and I'm sure
The,
to a lot of people, this is
uh,
like a holy grail.
I mean, yeah, to a lot of people, it's
Yeah,
like one of the best classics you'll ever get.
yeah,
Like I watched it a couple of times. I really
it's
enjoyed
fine.
it. I do agree that you could not replace Kurt Russell as Jack Burton. There's just no way in hell you could do
Well,
that.
that's why they're making it a
That's why
continuation
they're
now,
making it a sequel, indeed. So yeah,
which is
no,
the best
it's nothing but good news for everyone who likes the original. So
best part because like something Jumanji did that recently too, where it was more of a continuation. Yeah, like a
yeah,
sequel.
yeah,
And I think that's the way to go than just remake straight up. I think continuations. I think that's where Ghostbusters was at fault with the what is it 2016 2017 version. Not that it had, of course, it had women in it, but that it was just a remake and it wasn't as good.
but I think with Ghostbusters it was confusing because they touted it as a sequel, but they said it was a remake. Because in the film they even make reference to 30 years ago when this happened. And it's like, but you've been saying it's a remake. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Like, then again, that was just one of the many things wrong with that movie because it was a pile of wank.
I mean, I still think if it could have been if it could have been a sequel, so I know you said they tried to, but it wasn't. It's like I think these, maybe just they didn't know what that movie was, but they now I guess they know what this movie is. Like they wanted to be a
Yeah.
sequel. They wanted the Rock's in aboard. He's aboard everything. So we'll see. I mean,
And I wouldn't be surprised if Jumanji being a sequel and doing well played a direct part in this suddenly not being a remake instead of sequel.
I I don't think this is a precedent, Tessa. It's a precedent. Rock being in a sequel to an old movie. There's only been two. I think three is a pattern.
It's becoming.
Three is a
It's
pattern. When it's three, then I'll say like, all right, then it's a thing. But two is just like just
I mean,
coincidence.
let's be honest. With the amount of movies the fucking Dwayne Johnson takes on, it's going to become a pattern, and it'll be his
I
thing.
hope he does a sequel to San Andreas, but I doubt he'd probably do that.
Can we uh, can we get a Page Master sequel starring The Rock,
What's
please?
a page master?
You don't know what the Page Master is? Oh, you hurt my childhood in
Let's
its
see.
soul.
Page
Oh,
master.
oh my
IMDb.
God! It's a really old, underrated Macaulay Culkin movie, and he goes to a library. It was
Is it
essentially,
animation?
yeah, it was Space Jam before Space Jam were in it. He goes into a library. He looks at some books. The books come to life, and they're all cartoons. And he gets sucked into different books, and he goes through all like different genres, all different worlds. And there's a giant paint dragon that leaks from the ceiling. It's a fantastic movie.
I mean,
Love that movie.
I'm assuming it's just straight animation, right? Like, yeah, it's no like live action
Oh
mixed
no,
with animation.
it's live action hybrid.
Really, the poster
Yeah.
doesn't give it off that vibe. That's
No,
weird.
but it's a live action hybrid movie.
I think I'm looking at the wrong page master. Then
Like, there's little books.
it looked like that's what you were talking about, but it's clearly not it. It's all
I
that
mean,
movie was all animation.
Like it goes to animation for a fair part of it, but it starts off live action.
So it had
It goes,
Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pictures only show like animation. There's so any live
I
action.
guarantee you,
Oh, there it
it
is.
starts
There it is. It was all like
live action.
animation first.
It's fantastic movie, and I'm still salty to this day. I can't buy it over here because it's not in our region for some strange reason.
Never seen it. Never even
So
heard of it till you just said it.
so good. I love that movie.
I heard of
I
Space
watched it.
Jam. Space Jam was awesome.
It's Space Jam.
Space Jam was great.
Page Master's better.
I have like I don't know, and I didn't even hear about it to this day. 2018 market, August 28th, 2018. First time I heard about Page Master. I honestly
Just means your childhood was sucky.
Or I was born after. It was out.
I was born after the Page Master as well.
No, it was in '94. You were not born after '94.
Was it only 94? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. I'll take that back
Yeah.
I was a wee child. I was a wee boy in 94.
So that's cool. I don't know if it's a movie I'd probably go back at it because it's like super old and it looks like it'd be one of those that you had to see when you're young, like Jumanji. I feel like Jumanji is a movie if you never saw it as a kid and you saw it now as an adult.
I say Jumanji, the original Jumanji does not hold up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like there's
a
lot of movies from back in the day that of course we all love nostalgic and are nostalgic about it that if we show to somebody that never saw it as a kid, I don't know if they'd like it in 2018.
No, it's just
like Space Jam. I don't even know if anybody will like it in 2018.
No, Space Jam don't hold up.
Space Jam, Jumanji, Page Master, whatever, name it how it is. Any of those older movies that were
Page Master holds up, even though I haven't seen it in years. But I will guarantee it holds up.
I just don't. I mean, maybe to you, I think Jumanji holds up. I think Space Jam holds up, but that's just because I grew up.
I mean, I still like the original Jumanji and Space Jam. But I recognize they're not great movies.
I think they still probably hold up, but I don't think they will if you actually show them or Page Master. Just any older movie that you saw as a kid. That everybody's nostalgic about. I highly doubt.
I mean, not any movie. No, that's kind of.
I mean, most movies, because I mean, there's certain extents. I don't even know if Star Wars would hold up. To be honest, I honestly don't know. If I showed Star Wars to somebody,
this is not the time for those kind of hot takes, Joe.
I'm just saying, and
let's not go there. Like, let's not.
I don't know. It just feels weird. I don't know if older movies will be like.
No, that is a hot take. We're going to move on from now.
All right.
No,
I'm just saying. It's too hot. It's too hot take for
Star Wars, thank you for the segue.
I didn't mean it.
Star Wars Episode 9. I didn't mean it. Star Wars Episode 9. We have got a little Lost reunion with Dominic Monaghan joining the cast, and we've also just today, literally minutes before we came live with this, Matt Smith is going to have a key role. Matt Smith, if you don't know, was Doctor Who. He was Skynet in Terminator Granny Smith. He's done some couple of other things. I don't think he's a great actor personally, but people love him. So
I mean, he played the typical. He wasn't British in Lost, right?
What?
The guy wasn't British in Lost.
What, Dominic Monaghan?
Yeah. Was he Irish, Scottish? One of those. He just was an overseas guy. I just don't remember what he was. Because he played a very stereotypical version of whatever it was.
Yeah. All I remember was he was like one of those rock star people, and or failing star. He was one of those people.
And he had drugs, I think, and he thought he was dying or something. That was really interesting in Lost. I still enjoy that show.
He somehow wrote on his hand underwater, and the ink didn't run.
Yeah, I 100% think if I go back to watch the show, I'll still really enjoy it. To be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, him. I think you said Matt Smith, right? And now they're both in episode 9, and
so they're interesting casting choices.
Yeah, they're faces you're gonna notice, and especially how they say Matt Smith is in a key role. Like he's a face you're gonna know.
Yeah.
It's like Benicio del Toro in Last Jedi. Like you knew it was Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. Same with Guardians. Like you know who he is.
Yeah.
Even though in Infinity War I thought it was like a face double.
Yeah, you honestly thought it was somebody else.
I was convinced. Like it was the wig and makeup in that movie. It's like there's no way it's him. But then he's credited in the movie. So
I remember that conversation where I was 100% dead on that it was Benicio del Toro. Because when I stayed for the credit to set his name, so I was like, is Mitch like pulling him a chain or something? Like,
I was too emotionally distraught to read the credits after that movie started. Um,
you're right.
yeah. It was just a week they had him in that movie. It was garbage. But yeah, I don't know who Dominic Monaghan's could be. I don't really know who Matt Smith could be.
We don't know anything. It's the mystery box, right?
No, but if I had to put money on who Matt Smith would be, it's either going to be part of the First Order or it's going to be a Knight of Ren.
I hope it's one of
Knights
them.
of Ren are going to have a bigger part in this movie, and he has that face that could quite easily fit Space Nazi. So
Facts.
it's cool. Like if you like either of those, you're going to be happy they're in it. Hopefully, they're like Matt Smith isn't distracting because he's not.
Remember when wasn't it Daniel Craig in The Force Awakens, but you didn't know it because he was under the stormtrooper helmet?
Fucking everyone was in that movie as a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
So, there's Prince Harry and Prince William. Oh look, there's
They're just stormtroopers.
Yeah, they were. No, they were in The Last Jedi. I take it back. Tom Hardy was a stormtrooper in The Force Awakens. It's like, oh,
yeah, he was a really short one.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's cool.
Sure.
Don't know who they're gonna play again, but
nobody.
We're defining
it's a mystery box. That's J.J. Abrams for you.
Even though I think the mystery box has kind of run its course now. Oh, I haven't opened that other link. No, why did you not open? Next, we have the official logo for Detective Pikachu, and it's a Detective Pikachu Pokemon logo. It's blue and it's yellow and it's neon. Only in theaters in summer 2019.
Doesn't it have a good cast? Like, yeah, well, Ryan Reynolds. That's Pikachu. It's wild.
So that's a weird choice. I mean, to be fair, having Pikachu talk is weird.
They must have dropped the bag.
Pikachu,
they dropped the bag for Ryan Reynolds. They're like, we need him.
Yeah, it's more than one bag. It's like all the bags. I mean, it's a weird movie. Like, there's no Ash in it, of course, because.
I don't even know what Detective Pikachu's about, to be honest. I have never played the game. I don't even know anything about the game. I just know it's Pikachu has a hat. He's a detective. And
I imagine it's Pikachu cosplaying Sherlock.
Pretty much.
He solves the mystery.
He's gonna have the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock like graphics where like a tire ruler will pop up on screen and it's him like
I hope they do that.
That'd be funny.
Because just think of the GIF.
Yeah.
I would never stop using that GIF for that.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean
they've also got Bill Nighy, they got Rita Ora, they got Suki Waterhouse.
So this is the okay. Here's Dark Horizons, which I don't know this website, but Collider is sourcing them and saying that the synopsis or whatever, or the story for Detective Pikachu will be Justice Smith will star as a teen whose father is kidnapped, which leads him to team up with the yellow furball Pikachu, voiced Ryan Reynolds, and a young journalist, Catherine Newton, in order to find him. Simple enough.
I would say it's a kids' movie. It's going to be simple.
Kids are going to love it, probably. It's Pikachu.
I agree with Collider here. It should have been a sports-based comedy for a Pokemon movie. No, because Pokemon battling is a sport in that universe, so...
What do you mean?
Why? Oh, why have your first live-action Pokemon movie be Detective Pikachu?
Oh, it's live action!
Yeah, it is live action.
I thought it was CG, like animation.
No, Pikachu's just that.
Yeah, but I thought the whole thing was I thought it was like a Teen Titans Go thing where they're just like, hey, let's put this movie out. It's gonna be fun, you know.
Unfortunately, not. I mean, it probably would have been better if it was. That'd been a lot cheaper as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'll watch it eventually.
Right, yeah.
It'll probably be fun.
Same. I mean, same. It's like I'm sure I'll probably. I don't know if I'll watch it like when it comes out. I guess
I'm not gonna go run out and see
I guess it depends if when I see the trailer and if there's anything about it that even seems remotely entertaining to me, I might be I'll drop a quick ticket real quick, go see it. But other than that, I don't think I will. I don't know. We'll see.
It's also got Ken Watanabe in it. We said Justice Smith, Catherine Newton, Rob Letterman, Nicole Perlman. Nicole Perlman's writing in the movie. Yeah. She's getting around recently. Guardians, Captain Marvel, Detective Pikachu.
Sure, yeah.
Might not be a bad movie. But speaking of things that aren't a bad movie, Black Panther, and Marvel is officially giving it a Best Oscar nomination push.
Didn't they hire somebody or something like that?
I mean, probably that's what all the big studios do for
No,
Best
but
Picture.
that's what like that was the first thing that was said or something that they hired an experienced Oscar
I mean, maybe.
marketer or something like that. They try to
Yeah.
hype it up. I thought it was funny. It won't win. I don't. I mean,
No,
it could get nominated. Who knows? I have yet to see. Like, there has to be 10 movies, right? And I don't
but it
think we're in
doesn't
that
have.
Oscar movie yet, though. Oscar movie push yet. That's usually what like November or October to December, maybe November, December. You know?
Yeah, but that's when they'll start doing it, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. So I mean, if we had to like choose best pictures right now, like what are some of the ones that come to your
I
team?
don't know. I haven't watched a lot of movies this
Dude,
year.
I watched a lot of movies. So let me look through the movies I watched. 100% Unfriended 2.
All right, let's. We're gonna be that unrealistic.
Let me see. Let me
I
see.
nominate the Page Master.
I'm
That's.
gonna look at films that I saw this year. I doubt
I,
it.
I honestly couldn't tell you half the movies that came out this year.
Klansman, maybe Spike Lee could get a nomination.
Well, for Best Picture,
Mm,
isn't there a separate category for comedy?
It wasn't necessarily even a comedy though. There's not even a separate category for comedy.
Isn't there? I thought there was.
No,
What's this?
that's
Oh no,
one
I'm
of the
thinking of
injustice
animation.
of the Oscars that there isn't a comedy and a horror category. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, a horror movie shouldn't get anything because they're
I
all bang bang
mean,
crap.
I love horror. I think there could be so much more than what people give them credit. And I think when I say people, I mean just kind of like in a certain bubble. But I think Klansman could get a nomination. Spike Lee, and he's back, and it's has political stuff. Trump, it's gonna. And Denzel Washington's son does really good in it. I keep forgetting his actual name. I know it ends with Washington, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I think more people love it more than me, but I thought it was pretty good. They could get a nomination. I don't know if A Quiet Place will. A Quiet Place is one of those that's probably
Oh,
gonna
I
win
forgot
most
about A Quiet
popular though.
Place.
A Quiet Place will probably win most popular because it's one of those that nobody thought like there was no hype for it, and as
True.
soon as it came
True.
out, it got so much more money than people expected. Like Black Panther, there was all the hype leading to it, and that one could win that one as well, right? But I just don't think A Quiet Place would be a Best Picture nomination unless there's nothing else really, because
Yeah.
it's my like theory for why Nightcrawler didn't get at least nominated for that, or Jake Gyllenhaal. Like that was similar, where they're just people who were really good at acting. It was a great like down to earth, street gritty story, but there's just so many other movies that year. So I mean, who knows what A Quiet Place? Let me see.
So you don't think Black Panther has a chance in hell of getting
It
Best
could.
Picture?
As of right now, I don't necessarily. I can't even think of 5 movies that would probably be nominated. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a weak year. Maybe it gets in somehow
Hmm?
because of a weak year, and that's not to demerit it, of course. But you already
No.
know how it plays out usually. So
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
yeah. So
Last year, I couldn't. I think last year was pretty close.
last year was more heavier. Yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
this year's a week. I mean, we're still not in that Oscar push phase yet, so that's why it's like hard to tell.
No,
But
but we're getting close to it.
yeah, yeah.
We're not far off it. But it's. I think the biggest thing from this is nice that they're actually pushing it for Best Picture and not just settling for
I
most
think
popular.
you can't. No, wait, no. That was an idea that somebody else thought of.
What?
Because this idea, I almost thought it was like real for a sec, but no, it was the idea they thought of on a podcast where to fix the most popular whatever thing that you could only submit your movie for one of them, like Best Picture or most popular. You can't do both.
Yeah.
See, that would get rid of like certain things because you wanted to win an Oscar, right? Would you want it to win Best Picture or something that is gonna
I mean,
win?
in that case, then why would you ever go for most popular?
Because
You'd always want to go for Best Picture.
but the most popular, you could win that one if you're like
Yeah,
a Black
but
Panther.
it's an award that no one gives a shit about.
Yeah, but it's still an Oscar, right? I mean, what did Suicide Squad win? It's still an Oscar.
Yeah, but I mean, hair and makeup's a bit more important than most popular.
Sure,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
it's
but
like it's an actual thing for a movie. Not
yeah,
your
I
movie
I don't know.
popular.
I thought that was a cool idea that they came up with.
You know, the entire point of the Oscars are to like recognize and acknowledge and award people that have worked on movies. Who are you awarding most popular?
First Man might be one of them. Might be an Oscar contender. That looks great, to be honest. Ryan Gosling, Kyle Chandler in it. Oh, Claire Foy. I think that could be one. First Man about of course, the first man on the moon. That sounds like an Oscar bait type of movie.
Oh, I forgot about that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. What
I
else?
mean,
What else?
Crazy Rich Asians, the way that thing's going, I could see it being.
I mean, I don't know. Hey, it's
We'll
gonna
get
get
to
like
it in a
hair and
minute.
makeup probably. I just don't know if that's like it's because it's not a good movie. It's just a
No.
rom com. It's like
Oh,
you're gonna let her
Can't
just
a rom-com be a good movie?
Yeah, but it's not like what I mean by good movie. I mean more like it's not like one of like a best picture. It's just a rom com, and people just are hyping it up because of kind of the thing around it. So
I'm saying you're treading on eggshells on that one.
it's not. I mean, it's
Just
based
like-
on it's a predominantly it's a heavy Asian
I mean, I'm not saying
American
you're
film, right?
I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's like that's like walking on eggshells. But,
sue me.
you know, like again, I just think it's nice that they're pushing it for the best one.
Bohemian Rhapsody. That could be one with Rami Malek. That could be an Oscar.
That's had some trouble.
I never saw First Reformed, so I don't know about that one. It's Ethan Hawke, and it's something about like a pasture, and it has like it's like a thrillery to it. So I don't know about that one. Looking at other ones real quick. Like I said, it's nice that Marvel is giving this push to Black Panther. I don't think it'll win, but it's nice if they want to try to get it nominated and award it in certain fields or groups. Having a nomination would mean a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure everybody loves the movie.
See,
Some people don't even
think
care about Oscars.
I think at this point, because Feige said he doesn't they don't do it for awards. Like Oscars don't really mean much, but I think with this one, it's. I think the impression I get is they only kind of really want that nomination. They're not expecting to win.
Sure, and like I said, I think that nomination would go in a lot, like in length for certain groups in terms of what it mean to Marvel Studios and kind of the superhero movie genre. I mean, even The Dark Knight winning one Oscar did a lot. I think it didn't legitimize superhero movies. Yeah, okay, yeah, but tomato, right? You know what I mean. Stop being such a picky thing about it. But it's this thing that it doesn't legitimize superhero movies because they don't they're their thing, right? But it gives this extra push for certain groups and stuff like that. And maybe if Dark Knight didn't win an Oscar, or Ledger, whatever you want to call it, maybe certain people don't come into the superhero movie genre and stuff like that. And some would say, "Oh, we don't need them" and stuff like that. But I feel like you want to make more people involved and try to get the talent.
It's not a case of needing it. It's just it'd
be nice.
It's just a nice recognition. It's like, we at least got recognized for this.
Yeah, so I don't like. I think even like I said, I don't think Dark Knight legitimized or whatever. I don't want to really say that because that might be a hot take, and I think there's other movies that did it in a group. I don't think there's one movie that legitimized superhero movies. I think it was kind of like a group effort in a decade span, in my opinion. It had to do with Raimi Spider-Man, Iron Man, Dark Knight.
I was gonna say, I think if you had to pick one,
it's hard.
I think you kind of have to give it to Iron Man.
No, I don't even. I can't even pick one because it's like a thing where it's not like you're gonna say the Raimi Spider-Man movie didn't,
Oh no, I'm it's.
And you're gonna say I know you don't like Dark Knight, but it's hard not to say Dark Knight didn't help out.
No, but I'm not saying that Dark Knight didn't help out, but Iron Man came out before Dark Knight, so it's kind of like.
Did they come out at the same time?
No, it's like Iron Man was that launching pad for what we have now. Like everything else before that was the launching pad. Iron Man just used it and sprung off.
But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't just one movie though. You can't. To me, I don't think you can say one movie. And whether that's a hot take or something, I think
kind of why I said if you had to pick
but
one.
I don't think you should. I don't think.
That's why I'm just saying it's a hypothetical.
Yeah, but I don't think you should. I think we should draw it hypotheticals. Who cares about that hypothetical? I don't think let's give people a reason to bring in hypotheticals.
Stop being up pedantic. No.
I just think it's a group thing of Raimi.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing.
Nolan,
I'm saying
Favreau. I mean, even if you want Singer with that first X-Men, and that did something, it's just it's one of those things that it gives us.
I would agree that first X-Men did something. I might not agree with what you think he did.
I mean,
but
I don't even like that first X-Men movie all that much, to be honest. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't know if it'll hold up, to be honest, but at the time, I'm sure it actually did something. And, you know, that decade, 2000, 2010, really...
Actually, no, I take back the Iron Man thing. If anything legitimized it, and I know you don't like hypotheticals, I got to fucking say the word hypothetical. If anything, it would be...
Avengers, probably.
Superman.
I mean, yeah, but
You can't.
It's so long ago that that's like a different era.
How long ago it was?
I mean, if you want to go even further, we could go to Batman.
No, that
Adam
is
West.
such a ridiculous.
We can go to Adam West. We can go all the way to Adam West in his TV show and his movie.
That's a TV show.
Yeah, he had a movie though too.
It's a TV.
We can even go all the way back to like the 50s where they made the black and white Superman and Batman movies. I'm just talking about like where it is now. Like I think that era 2010 really.
And what they do now, they take from the Reeves movie. Like that's kind of.
Yeah, and sure, okay, we could go that era, but I just think that era of 2010. What's wrong with nothing's wrong with Lord of the Rings. I think it's a great piece of cinema, but it's not a superhero movie. The Rings? That is chat.
But what's the Lord of the Rings got to do?
But if Lord of the Rings can win, maybe then a superhero movie will. I mean.
Oh no, that's
there's a difference. One's sci-fi fantasy, and one still has the kind of stigma of it's a superhero movie.
Hold on, did you just say Lord of the Rings is sci-fi fantasy?
Oh no, why did I say sci-fi fantasy?
I was gonna say whoa.
My bad.
Rewind.
I was kind of into it, but
that's wild. To say like maybe.
Like I said, it's fine. We're happy that Marvel is. You know, thinking about giving it. They don't need it, but it's a nice look. Hopefully it could get nominated. It would mean a lot, like, in terms of, you know, art culture and the bubble of geek culture we are, because, you know, more people, it's kind of like, you know, when people say, how can you watch people watch gaming or something like that? Like, esports is something as well, and I think superhero movies is something as well. And people, of course, recognize it, but I think having to be nominated for a Best Picture would mean something.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't even know what other movies are gonna get nominated for the Oscars. Like I seen a couple on this list, and I like that I want to go see. Like I said, First Man. Where's the other one? Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's see, somebody done A Quiet Place. I don't think it will.
I couldn't even tell you like what the Oscar movies at the end of the year are going to be.
I haven't even hear about them. I haven't even looked to see what movies are coming out in like a couple months. Box Office Mojo only gives us a couple weeks, like September.
I wonder if the tracking site has anything. But then I couldn't even tell by the names what it is. So, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't think it will win.
I don't think
it would be nice if it did. To be honest, I guarantee you there's a facet of Twitter that will guarantee you is going to win. 100%.
Well, I mean, the homers. I respect that.
True.
I can respect
I think the Black Panther's best shot at any Oscar is costume design.
Sure.
Maybe cinema.
What happened to special effects? I know you don't like the special effects, but they always get nominated for special effects anyways.
I bet you it won't. That'll go 100% to Infinity War.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Infinity War. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you just hurt myself. But anyway. Oh yeah, again, I think costume design, maybe. What was the other one I just said? Cinematography, maybe. It's got some nice looking shots in there. VFX, I don't even think it'll get nominated.
I think this might be a weak year overall, to be honest. It doesn't seem like so far it's that heavy of like.
I'm gonna say I think the only real standout's A Quiet Place.
I think The First Man is going to be a big standout when it comes out.
Yeah, but it hasn't come out.
I know. But I think it will. When does it come out? Let me see. First Man. And it's just 2018. October 12th. Nice. Excited for that one.
Oh, so right in the Oscar season then.
Yeah, well, there you go. Start. Like we said.
Best Supporting Actor. Would I give Black Panther Best Supporting Actor?
I don't think Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I thought Michael B. Jordan did pretty great. I thought he did better than Chadwick Boseman, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, because it was more Jordan's.
He had more story to it too, and more kind of depth to it.
So he definitely got more development. No, I agree. He was really good. I don't think I'd nominate.
It's not like he changed any different. He just kind of like upped his anger a bit.
Yeah, it was just like he
He was just being super real. That's kind of it. Like, if they're gonna give him an award, it's for being super real in a movie. But like, he didn't do a transformation per se, and Oscars love transformations. I gotta respect it. If you do a big old transformation, you kind of deserve it. It's like, and it works. You know what I'm saying? And it works.
Yeah, give it to Brolin. He literally became 12 foot and purple.
I don't think that. I think Michael B. Jordan
he literally worked out to get that big. That's how dedicated he was. It wasn't CGI. But that'll bring us to the end of the topics. And have you seen any movies this week?
No,
you want to talk about?
Searching comes out Thursday, so no, not until next week.
So that'll bring us on to the box office of the August 24th. We have Mile 22 in 5th place with 6.3. Mission Impossible Fallout at number 4 with 8 million. Number 3 is The Happy Time Murders with 9.5. Number 2 is The Meg with 12.8. And number 1 with only a 6.4% drop. Tell me the last time a movie dropped that much. 24.8 million is Crazy Rich Asians.
What did we even say? Let me see. We had a Crazy Rich Asians at 1. We had Happy Time Murders at 2. Wrong on that one.
So we literally got
you had The Meg at 3. I think I had The Meg at 3 as well, but I just put Crazy Rich Asians again. That's weird.
I was gonna say, did you just do that, or was that always like?
You had Mile. I had Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
At 4.
So.
And then I had Alpha, and you had Mission Impossible. Alpha was nowhere. I mean, it was kind of close. It was like, what, $300,000 away? It was kind of close.
259.
I'm pretty sure it's 300. Oh yeah, you're right. No, 300,000, right? Because
it's 6 million to 6,261,000.
No, that's Christopher Robin.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's
so Mile 22 got 6,366,000. Alpha, of course, had just 6 million. Of course, we knew Crazy Rich Asians was going to do work. It's, the hype around it. It got less than I thought it would get, to be honest. I thought it would get more, at least in the 40s for some reason. I mean, sure,
4% drop. That's yes, it's not like crazy, insane numbers, but that's wild.
I'm super surprised that the Meg is still there, to be honest, in second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter how good a movie is, because, I just think Mission Impossible is a better movie. But to be fair, Mission Impossible is on his 4th week. So, Mile 22 it's on his 3rd week. So, it makes sense, I guess. Happy Time Murders. I don't know. Somebody in our chat saw it. I don't know if they can...
I have not heard good things.
I forgot who exactly saw it. But just if they're in there...
it's probably the Unspeakable one. Probably saw it.
What's coming out next?
Next week we have Operation Finale.
Finale,
whatever.
Just helping you out.
Yeah, whatever. Same word, different languages. Kin searching Yaveramos. I think that's how you pronounce it. And that's it.
Okay, so now Searching is
2 of those movies don't have tracking, so I have no idea what the fuck they're gonna get.
Searching is gonna get 1,100 release. It was at 9 theaters last week, because that's where I think they released it early or something like that. Kin, I don't know what's gonna. I don't know. It's such a weird week.
Kin's looking at 5.
I hope Searching makes it to the top 5, because I think that movie's really. And from what I've seen from reviews, I haven't read full reviews, but I've seen kind of the headlines and a little bit of the top of the reviews. Kind of mostly because I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but everybody says they love it. It's I'm excited.
What movie is that? Searching.
Searching. It's gonna be interesting. Kin.
Say Kin 5 million is not going to break the top 5.
Yeah.
It's barely going to crack.
So Crazy Rich Asians stays.
Yeah.
The Meg probably stays, or maybe Searching. No, it doesn't have enough theaters. It doesn't have enough theaters. It's just sad.
Operation's only looking at 6.7 as well. So if it's going to come in, it'll be at number 5.
Too many genres in it. That movie just looked bad.
Too many genres in what?
Happy
Time Murders. It wasn't happy we saw it. Yeah,
just looked bad.
Yeah.
I don't think one person laughed in my theater when we saw the preview for it. It's kind of awkward. It's really awkward.
It's essentially just Try Hard, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, really, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Except not funny and
I mean, did people think that that Power Rangers one that's like similar vein, where it's like a joke, was
Power
funny?
Rangers one.
Remember the Power Rangers YouTube one? Did people think that one was funny?
Oh, that one. No, because it
Okay.
wasn't meant to be funny.
Oh, well, I thought the point of it was to joke at the fact that it's super
Well,
edgy.
the point is it's taking the piss out of what Hollywood think
Wouldn't that mean
they
it's
do.
funny?
No,
Oh, never mind.
I mean like
I
it's
don't.
not.
I like I said, I didn't like it. So I think you liked it, right? So I don't. Did you find it funny? I don't know. I'm asking serious questions because I honestly don't know.
No, like the concept of it is funny, and the fact
Okay.
that it's bang on the money is funny.
Okay.
The actual thing itself isn't
Oh,
inherently
yeah.
funny.
It's kind of
Like,
like pretty brutal.
I mean, I suppose you could be like, oh, it's so try hard, it's funny. Like,
Nah, it's pretty brutal,
you
bro.
could look at it that way.
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, Crazy Rich Asians, babe. We both think they're gonna stay, right?
Yeah, I don't think much is going to change apart from.
Listen, I'm gonna put it out there. Searching at 3. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put positive vibes in the world, speaking into existence. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I'm going to take Happy Time Murders completely out of top 5.
Yeah, me too. I think that movie is just. I think they just get it out of theaters.
I'm going to put Operation at 5.
Yeah.
Or do I go Operation 4 and Mission Impossible at 5? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I do.
Mission Impossible.
No, I'll do that. What are you gonna do for 3?
Searching.
All right. Well, I guess we have the same thing. Let's see.
So there's not much you can really. Cry, Meg, me. That's what Joe has on screen currently.
Let's see. Mission Impossible.
No, it's just a weird week. Unless Searching like really surprises, I doubt it.
I hope it does. I hope it pulls a Quiet Place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where not a lot of people think much of it, but once you get into the theater, you want to tell everybody to go see it. It's one of those where I saw a super late showing and it was still kind of packed for Quiet Place. And it was one of those where people respected it, where nobody talked, and the experience was what the creators wanted it to be. You know, so that was great.
That's good though.
There was a moment where like somebody got a little scared, and she eeked, and she but that's what are you gonna do about it?
That's a reaction to the movie.
Yeah, it's a reaction. Like there's not much you can do. A lot of people just try to hold it in, especially me. I was just like, shit. That came out of nowhere.
Chat, remind me never to go see a movie with Joe.
I mean, I'm not like super. I mean, I like.
But do you have loud reactions to movies?
No. I don't have like or whatever, but like I try to hold it like in of not moving too much because of like the jump like scare. I was like, bro, I honestly this. It was super tense too. You still haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dude, you need to. It's a super
I know
tense
one
movie.
It's on my list for this year.
Dude, it is great. I think I've seen about 20 movies this year. I think so.
I think I've seen like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I try to at least see 20 every year. I'm a
See,
big
my thing my thing is I always save them up until around Christmas and then just watch everything.
I mean, that makes sense. But I'm a big just going to the theater guy. You know, I think I've said it before. It's a very relaxing thing to do. So that's what I go do.
Your idea of relaxing, my idea of hell. Just like, no, it's people everywhere.
I mean, the times I go, it's kind of different. It's not as packed. So it says I don't go the Thursday or whatever it comes out. I go the Sunday night, and it's not as many people. It's still a lot of people, but like nobody in my row because I go in the back and it's separated. So like there's only 4 chairs where I sit.
Yeah.
And it's like I just have it by myself usually. So it's really relaxing to be honest. And yeah. But yeah, Crazy Rich Asians, Mang, Searching, Operation, Mission Impossible. That's our kind of final bit there.
I was gonna say I don't think you could do anything else, to be honest.
Nope.
Even though I guarantee you one thing would be swapped around because the last 2 weeks has been the case. It's like, oh, you've been right apart from these 2. So, what can you do?
We're right
there. But yeah, that's wow, that was a really quick one.
It's not that quick.
Really? It looks quick. But
That's
to be fair, the little bit of news,
that's fine.
Not a great big one. So yeah, thanks for everyone. Watch us live on Twitch. You can find us at Twitch TV/ComicBookcast2.
Exactly.
And we'll catch you next time.